to Wednesday, aka edition of the SoReal Sports Podcast with your host, the CEO / owner of SoReal Studios LLC, Lamar SoReal, and my partner in crime all the time, Reggie Walker. Going on, bro?
Man, it was a struggle getting to this point, but I'm finally off work.
4 days straight?
4 days straight. Hell, I've been working fucking. I don't even know how many days straight it's been, man. It's ridiculous.
But hey, now you get a chance to take a break, enjoy your 4-day weekend.
Finally,
because there's a lot of things going on during this whole weekend. We got rivalry week. Blah, 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 blah. Rivalry week. Then we got Thanksgiving football. Then we got basketball coming after that because they off tomorrow because of football. But Most Shirt Friday coming up. It's a lot of sports to talk about, and you get to enjoy it and rest every single day. And that's the best thing about it.
Yes, it is.
But to all my fans out there, to all the people out here watching, it is Winging It Wednesday. That's pretty much what we're going to do. We're going to wing it. We're going to, I guess, do we think that LeBron James should have been suspended one game? Or which rival in college football is better? Your Alabama versus Auburn, or the Ohio State versus Michigan. God damn it, I gotta get that right. And plenty of other stuff, picks, and Reggie Segment that top it all off. So let's get.
And what a segment it will be.
Oh, really? Ah,
yes.
Looking forward to that. All right, let's get started though. Let's go to the NBA because we do need to discuss what happened. I think it happened on Monday, but we didn't discuss it. The suspensions actually happened on Monday, but did the fight happen? Well, fight happened Saturday or Sunday?
I think that was Sunday.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't really a fight between LeBron James and Isaiah Stewart. It's mainly they was fighting for a rebound from the free throw line. LeBron James elbowed Stewart in the mouth and he started bleeding. Then he started rushing at him. Never got to him. Russell Westbrook, he threw up them dupes. He was ready for it, knowing that he was going to get his ass kicked. But nothing happened. LeBron James got ejected. Simmons got ejected for not leaving and excessively trying to attack LeBron, even though he was in his face like 3 minutes before. So the commish, Adam Silver, ended up suspending LeBron James 1 game for his elbow and suspended Stewart 2 games for, I guess, trying to attack LeBron. So, Reggie, even though LeBron did get ejected, which was rightfully so because of the elbow, should he got suspended? Because he did miss that game against the Knicks in Madison Square Garden, and they end up losing that game. So, Reggie, shouldn't LeBron got suspended for that game?
In my opinion, no, because I mean, yes, it was a flagrant 2. Yes, he deserved to be ejected. Suspended, I don't really understand why he got suspended, unless it was a judgment thing from the commissioner, Adam Silver, about it being fair per se. Because if he didn't, it would have been a lot of backlash behind it. Because he did violate COVID protocols and didn't get suspended for that, which that was a lot of talk as well. So, no, with this one, no, I don't think he should have been suspended. In fairness, yeah, he should have been suspended. And the fact that he didn't do any, kind of retaliation or anything like that and actually apologize. He actually said he was desperately trying to find the guy's number so that he could straight up call him like a man and just be like, look, bro, I didn't mean to do it like that. Even though the actual look, had you seen it live, it looked like he was intentionally throwing that elbow, and he got him clean. It was a good
he
clean
got him
hit.
clean.
Yeah, I mean,
He even flicked his lip at the end.
And I also like to add that since we're both fans of UFC, we know that elbow hits hurt. That is a painful hit, and that's
I'm
the reason
surprised
why.
he didn't have a concussion.
Yeah, I'm surprised too, but yeah, definitely, I don't think he should have been suspended. But in the fairness of it, I can see why. But no, in my opinion, no.
Okay. I agree, but I understand.
Right.
Let me explain. I agree that he shouldn't have got suspended. LeBron James, that flagrant 2 ejection, that should have been good enough. But I understand based off the fact of it's LeBron James. Isaiah Stewart gets suspended, and rightfully so. But if they end up suspending the person who actually got hit and not suspend the person who actually hit him, they saying that his charge was way more dangerous than the actual elbow that did happen. Also, I can understand because it's LeBron James, and you don't want to say that LeBron James get a pass because he's pretty much the face of the NBA. So you like, this reminds me of something, Reggie. This reminds me when I was in middle school, and I'm a nerd. I don't get in trouble. I just do my job, do my work, do my homework, and just make straight A's. That's pretty much all I did.
Too.
Huh?
Do other people homework too?
Yeah, I used to. I ain't gonna lie. I was bullied into homework sometimes. But that's another topic for another day. But what I was about to explain to you is
no. We got a few minutes. Let's talk about this.
No. We can wait on that. We can wait on that. Let me just finish my story. So I was in computer class, and I was like in the 7th. No, I was in the 8th grade. Yeah, I was in the 8th grade in computer class. And I was on the computer doing my little typing, trying to type as fast as I can. And this girl hits me in the back of the head with a book. I mean, she just went straight and hit me in the back of the head with a book. I don't know why. Well, she told me like 7 years later that she had a crush on me. But I was like, I didn't know that's how you supposed to let people know that you got a crush, by hitting them in the back of the head with a book. So I got upset and I pushed her. Then as you know, she started attacking me, and I choked the shit out of her. Like, I choked her to the point where they had to pull me off. But when they started pulling me off, they held my arms back, and she hit me in the mouth. Had a big ass bump on my lip. So we went to the office. This girl, she known for being in trouble, known for doing bad stuff, Isaiah Stewart. And she ended up getting suspended three days and then going to ISS. Me, on the other hand, LeBron James, they came to me and they said, we're gonna say you suspended for 1 day, but it ain't going against your record because you're an honor student and all that stuff. So we ain't gonna sit there and put it on your record, but we got to say that we suspended you. So don't come to school that next day, and that's gonna be your suspension. And that's pretty much what I think they did in this situation. They don't want it to permanently mark his record. However, they have to show that they will punish him.
Well, it is permanently marked.
Isaiah Stewart, who pretty much they was waiting to punish him anyway. Because you seen the videos of him getting in a fight with Blake Griffin, Giannis, all them people.
Yeah, he is a hothead, and just like the said girl who went upside your head, she had a reputation.
Yeah, and that pretty much explains it. The why they had to do what they had to do. But we both agree LeBron James shouldn't have got suspended anyway.
Yeah.
All right, now let's get to what I've been waiting for the longest. College football. Now, as you know, I mentioned it earlier, rivalry week is here. Tomorrow we got the Egg Bowl, in which Mississippi State is playing Ole Miss. But we ain't talking about that sorry ass rival. Let's talk about the two biggest, in my opinion. Ohio State versus Michigan and Alabama versus Auburn. The Iron Bowl versus the game. Which one is better? Reggie, explain why you think Alabama versus Auburn is better than ours.
I'm not.
What?
I'm actually not.
What?
Just to be honest, I believe that it's more anticipation built up on that game, but Ohio State versus Michigan is the leading rivalry in college football. I mean, you got 58 to 51 and 6 as far as the all-time record. That's dating back to the early 1900s.
1897 to be.
1897. Our first meeting with Auburn was in 1893.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I mean, it extends over a long period of time, but y'all have played way more games than we have played. Not to mention, this is what makes it exciting for me. The fact that the last time Michigan won was in 2012. Y'all have owned that rivalry. Now, what's going to make it even more exciting is the fact that if y'all win this time, y'all will actually tie with Michigan as far as having the longest active winning streak at 9 straight wins. Can't say the same for Alabama. Auburn. It's been back and forth. They controlled a lot of the early 2000s with us, and pretty much since then, it kind of goes back and forth. We'll win a couple years, they'll win one. We'll win the next, they'll win one. So it kind of goes back and forth. I mean, they just beat us 2019. So not to mention, I hate the fact that Cam Newton beat us. I hate the fact that Cam Newton came to my division in NFL. So, yeah, I mean, Auburn has a rich history of beating us. I can't say the same for Michigan beating Ohio State. Also, I just think, ultimately there are more people geared at watching this game because of the pure rivalry from history and from the fact that y'all have owned them the last 9 years almost. So, yeah, that's actually the better rivalry. But as far as hype, of course, it's going to be Alabama and Auburn because we do go back and forth. So everybody can kind of say, well, Ohio State, they should win. They can't say the same thing about Alabama because it's genuinely, legitimately a toss-up.
Right. Well, dang it. Can't argue. You make great points.
Yeah, I mean,
very, very good points. I can just add on to it. How about that? I can just add on to it. They call yours the Iron Bowl. We so good. Our matchup so good. It's just called the game. That's it. It's the game. That means it's the game of the season. It's the game of the night. It's the game of the college football. And it's been doing that for the longest. And they literally called it the game of the century in 2006, all because we started in we really started in 1906, but yeah, they count some of the games that happened before then. So it was the game of the century. However, it's been back. I mean, Michigan dominated early. They did. We've been dominating lately. They haven't beat us since October of
2012.
2012? Yeah, in that game. No, it was November 26, 2011. They beat us 40-34. And I think that's the first year. No, I think, that was after Tressel. That was Tressel last year.
Okay.
Before
I remember it.
All that scandal and stuff happening with the selling of the memorabilia by what was their quarterback name? I forgot. because he didn't start afterwards. It's gonna pop up in a few minutes. But like I was saying, that's actually when I became a fan. When we got suspended. That's when I became a fan of college football, and then I said I'm going with Ohio State because I knew Urban Meyer was heading that way. So yeah, that was the beginning of my years. However, I would rather watch the Iron Bowl than watch the game. I really would. Because everybody knows as of late, Alabama is pretty much the dominant force when it comes to college football. Everybody's trying to beat Alabama. However, Auburn finds a way to have their number. Because Alabama, as dominant as they have been, they haven't won against Auburn in 4 straight games since, 1980?
It's been a long time, man.
Yeah, 1981 when y'all had that big streak in which y'all was just dominating. I think y'all won like 10 or y'all won like about
I think our
15
longest
of
streak
them.
was 15.
About 15 of them. So it's been back and forth. And you mentioned it earlier that Auburn started winning in the early 2000s. But the last 4, it's been back and forth.
Yeah.
It's been back and forth. Now it's in Auburn this week. And yeah, it's a chance they can win. Even though their record is far different from each other. Even though y'all are ranked 3rd in the nation behind Georgia and Ohio State. I just had to say it. It's still a possibility. And I don't even think Auburn's ranked. Is Auburn still ranked?
Auburn is not ranked.
Wow. They're not ranked, and they still got a chance to win. Because that's how intriguing and how it's not actually predictable. You can pretty much predict Ohio State, Michigan right now because they got Jim Harbaugh, and he still can't beat a top-ranked team yet. And he's steady getting extensions after extensions after extensions.
Well, he does recruit well.
He does, but they don't produce.
That's true.
Until they leave them. Until they go pro. Because he got some good ones in pro. I ain't gonna lie to you. He got some good ones in pro. So we both agree it's the game, but I would rather watch the Iron Bowl.
Yeah, I'm watching both, but of course, you know, yeah, I feel the same, man. I just feel like it's more hype around the Iron Bowl than it is around the game because we already can predict the game.
Right.
Even though Alabama is favored 19.5.
And we only
Auburn with
by
that
12.
spread.
Y'all gonna cover?
Nope, pick Auburn.
Whatever. Okay. Let's go to the NFL. Because tomorrow is Thanksgiving games. We got the Lions versus the Bears. We got the Raiders versus the Cowboys. And we have the Bills versus your Saints. The Saints playing on Thanksgiving. You like that?
I do. I liked it a couple years ago when we played the Steelers.
Oh yeah.
That was pretty dope too.
Yeah, I remember that. Who won that one, by the way?
Saints.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
so. I thought so. But we ain't gonna talk about that. What we're gonna talk about is another prediction or another which one you like better. You got Thanksgiving football games or Christmas basketball games. So which one you like better, Reggie?
I like Thanksgiving football, man. Even though I love that Christmas basketball thing, because you know they when they put the schedule out, they pretty much pair up the heavily favored teams. Football is a little different, and football for me on Thanksgiving is, you know, traditionally not sexist in any way, but generally the women are in the kitchen cooking and The kids outside playing, and guess what? The men get back to get a chance to sit back, talk shit, catch up on what's been going on, and guess what? Watch football. I think that aspect of it all is just it goes back to, as far as I can even remember. Like, that's just all that I know happened on Thanksgiving. It was always good. And then another thing put out on that, the games are more spaced out. You got you an early game, you got you an evening game, and you got you a night game. All while you're sitting around talking shit, catching up, drinking, and enjoying time with the family and friends, and watching football. You have all day to do that, and your day literally starts when you wake up and doesn't end until that last game goes off around 9 o'clock that night. And then, you got to get up and get prepared for Black Friday if you're one of those people. But ultimately, I just think that whole aspect of the game, of Thanksgiving football, is better than Christmas Day basketball.
Okay. Now I can disagree with you because I really think it's Christmas Day basketball game. And it's for 3 reasons and 3 reasons only. Reason number 1, which is obvious, by the way, Detroit Lions play every single year on Thanksgiving. Detroit Lions haven't been good. What have they been good?
They just haven't been good.
They haven't been good. But yet, you get to watch them suck early in the morning every time on Thanksgiving Day. And they normally play like the Bears or the Packers, or they play a rivalry game. That makes it even worse. They play in their division. So automatic L. So if you want to see the Lions end up losing, just pay attention to the early Thanksgiving game. I guess that's the best way of putting them on the schedule around the time people cooking and preparing for the evening. Which gives me reason number 2. It's the fact that the Cowboys automatically have to play on Thanksgiving Day. They're America's team. That's what's been said for the longest. But I guess it is kind of good because people like watching them lose. It's just hilarious to see the fans after they lose, like how sad they are. They probably don't even want dessert because they just sat there and watched their team lose. They probably don't even want seconds. They probably threw their plate on the floor, threw their candy yams on the floor, their cranberry sauce all over the floor. They probably using their napkin for tears instead of to wipe their mouth from all the good food they just got through eating. So I guess that is a positive. But I don't like the Cowboys being on Thanksgiving. And last but not least, it's because of what you said earlier. When they do the Christmas Day games in basketball, they make a storyline. This year, you got the Hawks versus the Knicks. In that matchup, everybody was watching the Hawks versus the Knicks because nobody thought that the Knicks was going to be good in the playoffs last year. And they did pretty good. But the Hawks was better. That's a storyline. So they get to face each other. The Celtics versus the Bucks. Reggie, what team put y'all out?
Bucks.
Guess what? You get to play them again on Christmas Day.
Yeah, that's a storyline. It's not good for me. I don't want to be happy and then sad. I want to be happy all day.
Okay. Now let's move on to this one. The Warriors versus the Suns. Who was in the NBA Finals for the West last year?
The Phoenix Suns.
What player from the Warriors was expected to make their return back in basketball since almost over 2 years ago?
Klay Thompson.
Storyline. Storyline. Klay Thompson coming back to face the team that made it to the NBA Finals last year. Then go to the next one. The Brooklyn Nets versus the LA Lakers. KD versus LeBron. You ain't got to say too much more about that one. Last but not least, Dallas Mavericks, Utah Jazz. Who did Utah beat to make it to the second round? I think they ended up beating the... Who was that? Was it the Clippers? No, the Clippers won.
Yeah,
I think it
Clippers
was
won.
them.
It was Dallas. They beat Luka in 7 games.
Guess what? Get to play them again on Christmas Day. So overall, each game has their own storyline. And we get to suffer on Thanksgiving Day early in the morning because the Detroit Lions are playing. But we get to get a little bit of smile back, even though I hate it, because the Cowboys end up playing next. So I got Christmas Day. I like those games better.
It makes some interesting points.
If they can replace the Lions with somebody else, I feel a little bit better, but they just have to force the Lions on me because of tradition.
Yeah. Tradition.
They can change tradition.
They want to see that turkey.
They want to see that turkey. Nobody. I think that's the lowest viewership out of all 3 games on Thanksgiving. It's always the early game.
Well, it probably is because
it starts at 11:30 in the morning.
10:30 my time.
10:30 your time. Yeah. That's it. That is it. That is the reason. Fix that up. Come on now. You can make changes. All right. We're done with that. Now it's time for our predictions. Let's make a prediction on what's going to happen on these Thanksgiving Day games. So, Reggie, the first one, you got the Chicago Bears on the road taking on the Detroit Lions. I heard that your other favorite quarterback, Jared Goff, is playing. And Justin Fields ain't playing. So it'll be Jared Goff versus Andy Dalton. Tough matchup right there. Reggie, who you got?
Let me see. I got the Lions.
You got the Lions?
I have the Lions.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Jared Goff will be eating that turkey leg.
Yeah.
Tomorrow evening.
I don't think so. I got the Bears. The Bears will win this one. I can't believe I'm picking Andy Dalton over Jared Goff.
I can't either.
Yeah. I guess I like the defense from the Bears. That's the only thing I can think of. Let's move on to the next one. We got the Las Vegas Raiders taking on Dallas Cowboys, in which I don't think Amari Cooper playing. I don't think CD Lamb is going to be able to play because of his concussion. But they still got that. Taking on the Raiders, who has been tripping as of late. They really just can't. They ain't been winning. Who you got?
Just because you mentioned America's team and it being on Thanksgiving, I got to give it to the Cowboys.
Okay.
And they're in that. So.
Right. I agree. I do got the Cowboys. I hate that. I hate that I'm picking them though. I really hate that I'm picking them. But I got them. Damn, Raiders. I do hope they win though. I do hope the
Raiders. I want the Raiders to win just so I can see that.
See, that's exactly another reason because we like to see them lose, even though we picked them to win. All right. Last but not least, we got the Buffalo Bills on the road taking on the New Orleans Saints. Alvin Kamara will not play. But I don't think that matters to you, Reggie. You got the Saints, right?
Of course.
The Buffalo Bills offense has been terrible. However, they still better than your offense. I got the Buffalo Bills winning this game. It's time for Josh Allen to do something. It's about time. It is about damn time. And that's the only thing I'm pulling on. Huh?
If he does it against my very good defense, then he deserves it.
Yeah. But Jalen Hurts ended up doing it against your great defense.
He did because my great defense stayed out there on the field too damn long.
Because of what? Because of what?
Because of my horrible quarterback that Brian gave me.
They still ain't playing Taysom Hill?
Nope,
God damn it.
not starting. That's what you want, ain't it?
I want to start. I need Taysom Hill starting quarterback. All right. We're done with the Thanksgiving Day game. Let's go to the Egg Bowl. Since Reggie is in Denver, Colorado, he still used to stay in Mississippi. So we still know about the Egg Bowl. We got Ole Miss, who is ranked 9th, taking on Mississippi State, who is not ranked. However, Mississippi State is a 2-point favorite. Who you going with? Will Rogers. God damn it, them W's and them R's fucking me up. Taking on, what is Carroll?
Yep.
Yeah, Carroll. Matt Carroll. Who you got?
I want to say Mississippi State, but I'm not going to.
Wow.
I'm going to say that this will be the only time that I give Lane Kiffin some goddamn glory.
Damn.
The only time. Now, Ole Miss is second in the SEC West. Behind who? Roll Tide.
But they didn't beat y'all. So
I understand.
Y'all would automatically play Georgia.
I understand. Now, Mississippi State is third in the SEC, right behind them.
They got 4 losses.
And their 4 losses came to Memphis by 2 points, LSU by 3 points. Their bad loss to Alabama, 49-9, and then
barely lost to Arkansas.
Yeah. Now, Ole Miss lost to Alabama and lost to Auburn. Mississippi State beat Auburn.
Yes, they did.
That says a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'm giving it to Lane Kiffin. I don't like Mike Leach. He looks like a booger, and he going to lose.
I don't like him either. However, I believe Will Rogers will make a case to be in the Heisman hunt after this.
He's definitely a better quarterback. Definitely.
I can see that. And I can see that he's going to add to his Heisman case against Matt Carroll. Because he's been thrown for over 4,000 yards. 34 touchdowns, them 8 interceptions. But Coral, he got 19-3.
With almost 1,000 less yards.
Right. I got State, and I hate that I got State, but I got him. I got State winning this because I also got a bet in. I got a bet in this one with a coworker of mine, big Ole Miss fan. I said I'm gonna go with State.
Good luck. I hope you ain't got to ring no damn cowbell.
That's why I didn't like picking them. I hate them damn cowbells. They ridiculous, man. Headache. My first wife was a Mississippi State fan, and she had cowbells. I was like, I'm getting divorced.
What did you do with them?
I divorced her.
Okay.
Because of the cowbell.
That's you did right. You did right.
Because of the cowbell. I'm like, you know what? Bitch, I'm through. Done with your ass. You and your goddamn cowbell. I am done. All right. That does it for the Egg Bowl. That's the only one we're going to do. Now it's time for Reggie's segment. All right. You ready, Reggie?
I think I am. All
right. I am cutting it off. The floor is yours.
So, yeah, this is way overdue. This is something that I usually don't do, but I felt it only right to discuss it this time. And I'm just going to jump right into it. My topic today is wrestling. Yes, I said wrestling. For those of you who don't know, I hate wrestling. I'm not a fan. Don't like to talk about it. Will literally almost go to sleep when Lamar brings it up. So, with that being said, I know that y'all know something about what happened in the past few days. So, I think it was Friday at WWE event in New York. where this guy by the name of Elijah Spencer, all 5'4" of his 180 pounds, went tackling into Seth Rollins, who is 6'1", 217 pounds. Pretty successful on the takedown, might I add. But it goes without saying that this was not supposed to happen, which brings me to my closing arguments on this. And this is where it gets juicy. The reason why he did this was all because of a supposed catfish scam that he gave money trying to work his way up into the industry of WWE and wrestling by becoming one of his bloggers. And he got scammed out of about $3,000. This further adds on to the point that I think this is all made up, just like the entire sport of wrestling. It is fake. And this is nothing but just more fake news for the fans. But if the fans like it, I love it too. So, with that being said, Seth Rollins goes by the aliases. He has 3. He goes by the aliases of 1, the architect. Well, the architect fell down. Let's just be real. He went down. The second one is he is the King Slayer. He didn't slay nothing. He had 4 refs to come over and help his ass out with a 5'4", 180-pound little black guy. Last but not least, he is the visionary. Didn't see that one coming, did you? No, he didn't, because he did not know how to react to that. This man tackled him, and the only thing he could do is put his ass in a headlock, into which he got away from. He escaped the headlock from a professional wrestler. So with that being said, wrestling is still fake, and congratulations to Elijah Spencer for exposing that shit. Woo!
The woo, you had to finish it off with the Ric Flair woo.
You like that, huh?
So
Macho Man.
First of all, you know damn well Seth freaking Rollins could not retaliate the way that he wanted to. Because if he did, he would have kicked his damn head off.
It's fake.
It's not fake.
That probably was, that whole thing was scripted. They practiced that.
Exactly. It's scripted, but I don't think that was scripted though.
Yeah.
I think that was just a fan just coming out there wanting to, take out his anger for his losses.
My question is, dude was sitting cage side.
He was.
How did he make it all the way back there that fast?
No, and with nobody seeing them coming.
Nobody.
Like,
not
I
even
know they got cameramans in the back. I know they got people, security in the back. Y'all can stop this man before he actually came around the corner and came around the walkway and tackled Seth Rollins. The
man is 5'4", 100. He's literally like a fucking Eminem with legs. I think
that 180 pounds is extremely under the weight. I think he weighs more than 180.
Nah.
He's 200.
I've seen him.
He's 200. The way he looked when he was tackling him, it looked about 200.
He's too little to be 200, man.
He's too short to be 200.
Exactly.
But I can see 200. That was a reach on that 180. Hey, I'm 200 then if you want it.
You like 6 inches taller than him too.
I am.
Well, no, you're not. No, you're not.
He's 5'4". No, I'm 4 inches.
Yeah. If that.
I'm 5. I'm 5'9".
No, you like 5'7", ain't you?
I'm 5'9".
You are not 5'9".
I'm 5'8".
You're not 5'8".
I'm 5'8", man. On my ID, it says I'm 5'8".
You lied.
Just like he lied about his weight. All right. That does it for Winging It Wednesday. We winged it. Now, we got to get ready for Mustard Shirt Friday. It is coming. We still going to do it tomorrow to all the YouTubers who watch and my Facebook friends, we are going to have a very, very early live Week 12 NFL game pick show around 8 o'clock in the morning, 7 your time.
Yeah.
So be ready for that. We're going to tell you our picks. And Jesse will be joining us. If y'all know Jesse, he's our normal on the show. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Watch, enjoy your Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Friendsgiving to the other ones who rather do Friendsgiving, and happy Indigenous Peoples Day. Yes.
Well said.
Happy Indigenous People Day. And we'll see y'all on Friday. That's all I got to say. Like always, we'll give you our salute. And we'll see y'all on Must Shirt Friday. We out.
We out.